2016 will forever be etched in the Gambia's political history. For some reasons, Jammeh codenamed it Vision 2016. In April 2016, Solo Sandeng, a prominent member of the United Democratic Party, dared the Jammeh security forces to stage a protest. We decided to go back to the archives to re-narrate the story of Solo Sandeng in 2016 and its aftermath.
Well, it's almost a year since a peaceful protest demanding electoral reforms was violently crushed by the country's security forces. Solo Sandeng and many others participated in that protest. However, it was alleged that Solo Sandeng died while in detention. We are now going to Sandekunda to find out from the family about who Solo Sandeng was and to tell us more about the man who they adore so much.
Welcome to Sandekunda.
Okay, thank you.
Solo is totally different from our family, and it's very hard to get a replacement for him. It's going to be very hard because you know, in every family, God create a single person who is quite different from all of you. You know, morally, physically, mentally. You know, so he is like that when it comes to this family. No matter how big the family is, he is unique.
Intel sita fonga fa intel tenyina la solo la alo dulan tenyina la lante tenyina yentel minje bi beji ko mo tet ninna dinduna han jani dunya banante tenyina la ya jamere man sakundal billahi wallahi tallahi.
The writings were already on the wall. It was just a matter of time. And that day was December 1st, 2016. Before this date, a visionary Jammeh was quite optimistic about his plans for the country.
What do we see in the Gambia in the next 5 years?
5 years is a long period of time. In the Gambia, you see changes, positive changes every 3 months. So I will tell you that if you come to the Gambia in 1 year from now, you will see something different. You will see more advancement. In the next 5 years, we want Gambia to emerge as one of the leading economies in the third world, not only in Africa. But in 5 years from now, we want to see a Gambia where maybe 1% of illiteracy. The literacy rate should not go beyond 1%. We want to make sure that 5 years from now, we want to make sure that there will be no referral of medical cases to any other country except in extreme conditions. 5 years from now, we want to, you come to the Gambia, you want any student you see going to any institution, be it university or what, as free education. That is what you expect Gambia to be in five years from now.
For example, he was quite optimistic about the chances of prospecting the oil.
And I don't think there's any African country that can say we have no natural resources. In the Gambia, we have natural resources. We have minerals. We've not started exploiting them. We have petroleum. We have not started exploiting it because we disagree with. Some of my crimes are to say we are not going to accept 5% royalty They tell me, oh, all African countries have accepted that. And in fact, they told me that no African country except 3 countries get more than 3% from their minerals. And so they think that that is a rule
Across board.
that all Africans must accept, and tell them, you are in the wrong country.
And Jammeh also wanted to transform the country to another UAE and Qatar of West Africa.
This is my crime. It's not only the minerals, but so also oil, petroleum. My sister, you can, if you look at Dubai in 1990 and Dubai of today, huge difference, thanks to the oil and gas. If you look at the UAE, you look at Qatar. When I went there in 96, and Qatar of today.
Developed.
And you look at some of the oldest oil producing countries in Africa, I wouldn't name them. It's a sad story. In fact, what is even ironic is that African rich countries, citizens are the poorest of the poor in Africa, and most of them go and die in the sea or hustling in Europe and be subjected to all racist abuse.
So where do we lay the blame on this? In our circles, it's always called the mineral case. You know, where we have so much yet so little.
Leadership. I will tell a story. Somebody told me, little Gambia, I'll give you 400,000 a month, 400 million a year, and that's too much for a small country. So are you going to give it to me free? He said, no, of course the oil. I said, who owns the oil? And who are you to tell me that giving us 400 million a year is too much for the Gambia? And in fact, who also told you that you're going to have it? Because he calculated 5% for the country. And based on the projects, the 3D the surveys that were carried out, they talk about maybe 4 or 5 billion barrels. And then they want to give me only 400 million. By calculation, 5% said is 400 million a year, and that is too much for the Gambia. Who is he? The oil belongs to the Gambian people. And then he tells me that just 5% is even too much for the Gambia. He thought he was giving me a favor. And I told him to go to hell.
2016 saw the country change leaders, and what happened afterwards is still a developing story.